Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, it has been a while. I'm here with Ashay.
Hi
y'all
guys.
seen her in one of the vlogs that I did, I think, yeah.
Y'all have never seen me.
But you've never been in like a sit down video or anything like that. So this is her first time. But as you can see by the title, we're gonna be talking about CSU. Basically giving like a college guide to CSU since we've been to at CSU. I went from 2019 to 2023. I just recently graduated.
I'm a spring 2022 graduate. I enrolled in 2019 and I finished in 3 years. Shouldn't have did that, but no. But I finished in 3 years and I got out in 2022. I was a public health major at Charleston Southern University. And I want to say Charleston Southern because when you say CSU, and I always put it in the search engine, Colorado State University shows up.
Or I think they have like a California one too.
Maybe, but Charleston Southern don't show up. So.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, we do have our notes on here, so so we won't be like off track.
Rambling.
But the first category we're going to start off with is academics. So academics at Charleston Southern. Speaking on my major, graphic design, I feel like I enjoyed it. The professors there, they were really good, like all of them. I had no problems with any of them. I wish they offered a little bit more courses that they did for graphic design, but they don't. So I was kind of sad about that. But yeah, besides graphic design, I minored in business. Business was fine.
As I said, I was a public health graduate, so I enrolled in their public health major program, whatever. I enjoyed the academics there. I love my advisor. My advisor also doubled as my professor. So I was able to, I guess, spend a lot of class time with her, and I was able to communicate with her outside of class period with advising material. The public health program is a really good program if you're looking to go into a health field that's not clinical. Usually when people want to do something involving health but not really the clinical side of that, they usually try to take this public health approach to do that. And I think the program at Charleston Southern is great. The professors are very personable, very understanding. I would say the workload may seem like a lot. It's a lot of writing. Public health is a lot of writing. But I think the workload, it definitely prepares you for the public health field, because I am studying right now to get a health educator certification, and everything, I'm telling you, everything verbatim that they taught us in college is in that book. And you know how you in high school, I don't know if this is just pushing a little too fast, but you know how you in high school, honestly, in high school you study to get the grade, and that's it. Like, you're not using this information to actually produce something. I guess the information is still piling on each other in high school, but it's definitely a difference between the academics in college and in high school, because once you get into your field of study as a professional, you will need everything that you learned in college. You will need it. And public health is a field that you would need it in. So I'm appreciative of what they taught us when I was there. You may have some professors that you're not able to connect with, or they don't seem as, I don't want to say personable, but like, you know how a professor is like strictly busy, strictly work. Like, we were able, I don't know if it's just my my major. You go up to their office hours just for work, and that's it. Like, you don't go there and you can be like, hey, but like when we were in class, I was able to experience them as a professor, a person. Because they're a professor, but I was able to experience them as a professor, a person, a parent. Like, we had so many different discussions in the classes, not one discussion solely focused on the study that we were studying that day. It helped me learn real world things. Like, I was able to learn more things than just what we were studying. And of course, the Christian aspect in that. They include that within your academics, and most teachers follow that. Lastly, I'm just gonna name the two professors. Well, it was three when I first started, but one of them sadly left. But it was Miss Palmer. Dr. Palmer was one of my professors and advisor my freshman year. Dr. Laura Glover was my advisor for the remainder of the years. And my last professor was Dr. Egley. And Dr. Egley was very good. So kudos to them. They hard workers. They the only two holding the public health department down. I'm telling you, like they're great.
I agree with what she was saying about your professors, but you know, with any college, any school, you do have them professors sometimes that you don't want. And so normally you would either, for me, I would either use the Rate My Professor website, whatever, because a lot of people rated the professor and kind of like talked about what they did in the classroom, or I just talked to other students that was doing the same thing and to see like what professor was best, any upperclassmen and stuff like that, or people who took the class already. And they'll tell you kind of like who's the best teacher or what their like style is, and that can kind of help you see what professor is best for you.
Most of my gen ed, I completed it before I came to CSU, so I kind of didn't have that much experience with gen ed. That's why you heard me talking a lot about public health, because that was most of the classes I was taking when I was there. Oh, these are two classes that you're gonna have to take point blank period when you come to CSU. Survey of the Old Testament and Survey of the New Testament. Y'all, y'all, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. I do remember this professor vividly, and if you have him, you will too. So I had Dr. Peter Link for Survey of the Old Testament. Now, Dr. Peter Link takes his class very serious. He does. He's a good professor. I'm not gonna hold you there. He's a really good professor. He's caring as well. He can do a lot, but he's understanding. He cares, and some of the lessons that he taught were very eye-opening and interesting. And it's just interesting to hear his theories on some of the
biblical text.
Yeah, bring me in because I don't remember. It's very interesting. Listen to his takes on different things. So I say if you are to take his class, take it serious because he does. And just honestly go in with the open mind and kind of hear this man out and see what he has to say, because some of this stuff is interesting.
As an ex-Christian leadership, because I did not graduate with the minor in Christian leadership. I was, but we're not going to get into that. But Christian studies in general, those courses are hard. Like before, it used to be easy, I think. They said it used to be easy for people to graduate with that. But now, they don't be playing about them courses. So even the Old Testament and New Testament classes are hard. I had Professor Watson for Old Testament and Denson?
Oh, we did have
Denton?
We had him together.
Yeah. New Testament was Denson.
Denson or Ditson?
Denton. I can't remember.
I don't know, but he was really good.
I was not paying attention in the class.
If you need to take New Testament, take him.
Yeah.
Because it
wasn't hard to pass his class.
If you listen,
was playing around because I was with two of my friends, her and Michaela. So we was like sitting.
I don't even remember sitting by him.
You sat right here, I sat here, and then Michaela sat right here, and me and Michaela always be playing games, like on the phone.
Yes, and I'm listening. Yeah.
But
if you listen,
I mean, I listen here and there, but yeah.
But he was very nice.
He was
very nice. He did what he had to do and he left. That's all you need to do when you teach it. Do what you need to do and leave. Then leave.
Last thing for academics, I guess. I would say your journey as a student will be different from everybody else. Because like me and Ashay, we came into college with credits, so we didn't have to take some classes there at CSU. And also, for me, I was always taking a mix of my major classes and like other classes, my minor classes or my core classes. Other people, they would, I think that was for you really. Did you take your core first and then you went on to like your major classes?
It was kind of,
it depends.
yeah,
But most
it depends
people
on your
do it like that.
advisors.
Yeah.
Mine was kind of mixed, but mine was only mixed because I didn't have that many gen ed classes, so I couldn't fill
Yeah.
up a whole semester with gen ed. So
Yeah.
I had major courses and gen ed classes.
Yeah, so yeah, I was, since freshman year, the first semester, I was always like graphic design courses and then whatever else, like 2 per semester, and that's how it really was for graphic design. And for graphic design, you do need a minor. You're required to have a minor. Yeah. Okay. Living situation. Your residence life at CSU, Charleston Southern. Who wants to go first? Let me stop. No, we're probably gonna be bouncing back off. But I've lived at 2 places, actually 3 places. Okay, I lived at Quad 1. That's for most males, freshmen. Quad 1. I went to Quad 3 sophomore year, and then I went to New Res for my junior and my senior year. Quad 1 and 2, 3. The quads, we call them the quadjects at CSU. The living space, it wasn't the best. And they don't, for I guess guys who tour the campus, they don't really let you go back there. Not let you, but they don't tour back there.
That's a reason. It's a reason for that.
Yeah, it's probably one of the oldest buildings on campus. They need to just, I told them, whatever they wanted feedback, I told them to literally get a wrecking ball, break it down, and start again. Yes, sir. I was not playing with them.
You typed that in the feedback?
Yes, sir.
You ain't got nothing to do.
And did because like it's old, like just give it up. Oh, the reason why I'm saying this is because it's outside dorms. It's basically like if you think of a motel, think that in a square. They have done some remodeling and upgrades.
Yeah, it's just like a motel.
But it's basically like a motel.
An outdoor motel.
So
well, I don't think it's
bugs during the summertime, bugs and stuff will get into your room. They had problems with mold, so you would have to have your air humidifier on. Just the quality of the dorm wasn't really good. I think my sophomore year, like the shower pressure, and I sound picky, but the shower pressure literally was like the jet water hose, like that stream, like how hard it was, like yeah, literally like that.
Like a prison.
Like a prison. So yeah.
Wait, so it's like it didn't stream, like it was just water coming down, like it didn't like.
No, it
not
was hard.
stream.
Like like the jet on the water hose.
Oh,
it was hard.
I thought you meant like you don't have a shower head
it was just
on
like,
it just like coming out.
That's
what I thought
like
you
a
did.
Jet, like hard on my skin. What the heck?
So as he said, he spoke about the boys. Of course, the boys and the girls are split up. There's well,
there's co-ed. The only co-ed is New Res, but the halls are
the halls are different. So it's not like you're going across the hall and knocking on a door.
Yeah.
So I said another word in my head, but
y'all get it. Y'all get it.
It's not like you're doing that. So of course, I had the experience of being a lady. One perk that I will say, there's no communal. Well, I guess it's communal, but it's not communal. Like it's not like I'm sharing a communal shower with the whole hall. Usually, at CSU, you only share with about 3 different girls, maybe 2 or 3 different girls. You share a bathroom and a shower. My first year, of course, I didn't know anyone coming into CSU, so I got assigned a roommate. That roommate was good. It wasn't a horrible experience. A first time horrible experience for me because I can't talk. But my roommate was nice and she was enjoyable, and we kind of made a friendship outside of that. Now I didn't room with her anymore. I found another roommate. Hopefully there was no hard feelings. It was no hard feelings for me. She found a different roommate. But my next year I roommate with my now friend. She wasn't my friend before, but she became my friend. And it was a time. We had a time together. Me and my friend had a time together. The room that we had was okay. It wasn't like anything fancy. It was just 2 beds in a room with 2 wardrobes and a desk. And 2 desks. One for each of us.
Her style of dorms, that's the ones that you're normally going to see when you tour the campus. Yeah,
my style of dorm is what you would see when you toured the campus. I was in Women's North, and it was pretty good. I didn't have any issues with water pressure, what is it called, like heat, Like,
Oh, temperature?
yeah, well, yeah. I didn't have any problems with that. No plumbing issues. Like, it was solid. It was solid. Now, I will say, when we had to share the bathroom with another room, that was kind of, but I will say, all that you all need to do as a RA is set boundaries.
Oh yeah, she was
When
the
y'all
RA.
come in, like, I know you don't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody, but you not talking is just gonna make you upset, because that's what it made us upset. So you need to come in that first day. Yes, the first day.
Please.
And let them know what it is. We not doing this.
Yeah.
We not doing this because
I was saying, for me, I never set boundaries. I think it's different for guys, because I feel like normally guys are really, they don't, hey, this is how it is.
Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like you might just have to do that, because then your expectations of the room, you're gonna just be mad. Like she said, like, you're gonna be like, why ain't they doing this? Well, y'all never really set those rules in, like,
everybody
general, so.
ain't coming from the same upbringing as you. Please understand that now.
I would say, well, regarding roommates and living, I never picked the roommate. She did. For how many years were you with Michaela? Like two?
Not enough.
2
years.
2. Yeah, for my whole time, I never like found someone to room with, so it was always random. I was blessed junior year to not have a roommate, period. But for the other 3 years, I did have someone random. Besides the first year, the other 2 were like really good roommates. The first one, it was, we're not gonna talk about that, but it was kind of, but the last 2, we were good. I just never really was able to hang out with my roommates and kind of, get to know them a little bit more. But it was cool. It was nothing really bad. I didn't have no problems with them or anything like that. So having random roommates isn't really bad. It's just, you just don't want to get the one that doesn't fit with you, I didn't talk about new res, but new res, let me look at my notes. Really? Honestly. Honestly.
New res was basically 2 people to a room only. And it's usually that, well, it's been that since COVID, so it wasn't really a difference. But New Res is a newer building. I don't know when it was built.
I think their first year was 2019, because I toured it before I came to school.
In that res hall, I never moved to that res hall because it's a scam. I'm not paying for that. But
to me, it was like, it was not even $1,000 more than the other packages. So I was like, if it's less than $1,000, I was like, it's not that bad. Me personally, they didn't have any good like living for the men, so I was like, I'm gonna get out because I don't want to be in an outside dorm.
It was 2 separate rooms with 2 people in each room, and it was 2 separate rooms,
and then they had a shared common space
with a
shared common space. We over here just
in a bathroom. In the bathroom. Yeah.
But
no kitchen.
Separate bathroom.
No kitchen.
Separate bathroom, separate shower. Well, bathroom, like toilet area, separate shower. And then you had your sink shared, 2 sinks shared, and then common space, whatever.
What was I going to say? As I was saying, you saw me in the camera. No kitchen space within the suite. So I don't even know if that's considered.
So I don't even know what that's what I'm saying. What was the reason?
But I guess the reason was a shared space.
But who uses the shared space? Whenever I was talking to people, nobody really used it that much.
Friends.
Like that part. If you like had friends and you like was like, oh yeah, let's hang out in my place, that would be perfect. But a lot of people was going there. They was going to their classes and they were going back in their
alert. You were only hanging out with your girlfriends anyway, because they wasn't letting no man up in that dorm. I mean, boy. Oh. But anyway, the point that I was trying to make was that the kitchen wasn't in the kitchen isn't in the suite. The kitchen that you all have in the new res or will have in the new res is a communal kitchen. So there's 2 kitchens or one?
Just one on the 3rd floor. No.
That's even worse.
There was 2, it was just like a lot of common areas.
One communal kitchen shared between
the whole building.
I guess that's a perk if you want to clean up the kitchen. If you want to clean up the kitchen every time you're going to cook, then hey, do that.
Part. Because the first few years we was there, it was always dirty. Like my last year being there, they kind of cleaned it up and it was actually like usable, but I still wasn't using it. Like, no.
I will say this: a lot of people in that communal kitchen, a lot of people left their food items in there and just other things, milk, just stuff in the fridge, yogurt, like stuff to cook with. Watch yourself. Watch yourself, cause that ain't safe. Like, that ain't safe. Did your parents ever tell you to not leave your drink on the counter, not leave your drink sitting when you wherever?
Oh yeah.
When you walk away from your drink, that's it. So when you walk away from that kitchen with your food, that's it. Don't come back trying to get that food.
Yeah.
I can't even tell y'all what to do. Be safe. Be safe. That's what I can tell you what to do. Be safe.
The one thing that really annoyed me about New Res is that some of the rooms, they had automatic lights that turned off like after 30 minutes. Horrible. Please, if you ever go to New Res, please.
These
I
people
stress
gonna ban our video.
I'm just saying, like, that was so annoying. Like, that literally probably messed up my mood for the whole year. Like, actually 2 years, because both times I was in New Res, they had the automatic lights. And I know some people said that they didn't have automatic lights.
Y'all, every time I FaceTime him, like, the next 2 seconds, the lights will go out of nowhere. And I'm like, what
The annoying thing about it is that you would go and try to turn it back on. You couldn't even press the button because it would automatically turn back on because, I guess, the motion. And I'm like, but I can't just move a little bit and turn on. I have to go all the way over by the light.
Sensor? Oh, yes. The sensor must be over there.
But yeah, and it's like a small sensor. Like, I wish I could just wave my hand and it turns on, but no. I have to get up from what I'm doing, go toward the light, don't even press the button because it turns back on. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that ruined a lot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They need to tell people that, because that could be annoying.
That's so annoying.
Does the shared space do that as well?
No, I don't think so. I don't know why they did that. That was stupid. It was fairly new, so it was nicely updated or whatever. I feel like it was a little bit smaller than the quads that I was used to, like the room space. But it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
like, that was really the only thing that annoyed me about New Res is that the lights, and really it was other like cons, but it didn't really affect me as much.
When I became an RA, I guess that's when we had a year where there was increased in incoming students. So of course we needed some more additional housing space outside of the New Res to house these students. So there is a hotel on our campus, on the campus of CSU, and we were housed in that hotel, and I was the RA for that hotel. So if you all are offered the hotel for room selection, that may be a beneficial place to go. The rooms there have I don't know what they're doing now, but when I was there it was 2 to a room, but this was during COVID, post-COVID.
I think they started adding some of the dorm equipment into the hotel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they did. So it was either, I think, 2 people to a room and they got 2 queen beds, or it was 2 people to a king suite. So one person got a king bed, and then the other one had to tussle on a twin. Let me stop. The other bed was just a twin bed that they brought in from the res hall. So beware that if you choose that, you may get a king twin bed or a queen bed. But I would recommend that if you were wanting to get the hotel as your housing, I guess, for the year, make sure you go into it with a roommate that you know, someone you know, a friend, something, so it could be a little more comfortable in a hotel than with someone you don't know in a hotel. But also, that's another thing. The hotel is a little walk from the middle of campus. Well, yeah, from the middle.
Depending on what class you had health classes, so it probably wasn't as bad. But like, if you're walking all the way over here to like music or something like that, then it's from the middle of campus. It's a little far out. And honestly, most of the dorms are kind of like on the outskirts, to be honest.
So it may be a little walk for you, but it's gonna be a little walk, like you said, from anything. So you can use your car, but make sure you park in the resident parking.
Please,
because if you parking in the commuter spot or the faculty spot,
you can get away with it for a little bit, but like
you ain't gonna get away with it that first week. Don't do it that first week. Don't do it that first week. Maybe around, don't do it the first week. Don't do it midterms. Don't do it finals. But you can get away with it sometimes. Just be careful. And don't get upset when they get you the ticket because you know you was in the wrong. But anyway, you said don't do it during class. So yeah, the evenings, they're a little more lax. But if you park it in the evenings, if you ain't out there before 6 a.m. to come move it that next work day, forget about it. Forget about it, because you about to get a ticket.
But one pro I would say for new res, what was I gonna say? That I didn't say. Oh, the study rooms. I did enjoy the study rooms in the dorm. Did because sometimes I didn't want to be in a room and I didn't have to walk all the way to like the library or somewhere else to like go to a different place. And some of the other dorms have like study rooms or small common areas or whatever on the halls. But
I ain't say let me not say that.
Yeah. Okay.
Be careful when you walk in them study rooms. Be careful, because you can't see.
Actually, after you left, they changed out the furniture and stuff like that. They changed out the furniture and put some like other stuff in there.
What they put in there?
It was more like not like the texture was different. They actually changed up a lot, like or some stuff around campus and added some stuff in.
I'm talking about like the study rooms that used to be in the New Res, women's.
Yeah,
not New Res, women's and Russell's.
I know at least the ones in Russell's because I haven't been to every single one. But when I went to Russell, they put the it's like, what's that texture? It's not the texture they had in there previously. It was like a different.
But it was still couches and stuff.
It was it was like couches and they had like the little small like square type things, whatever. But it was that material. I can't describe it. It's like a.
Well, anyway,
resistant, like low-key, like resistant type material, something like that.
Be careful when you go in them lounges, because people gonna be booed up, and you gonna walk in there thinking you about to find a seat, and you gonna be looked at.
Yeah, we can get more into that on our other topic. I'm gonna just say that. Sorry to whoever's watching this. But I didn't enjoy my experience with the cafeteria. You only have the cafeteria, you have, now you have Buck Stop. When we first went there, that wasn't even a thing. But you have Buck Stop now, which is basically the cafeteria food elevated on a menu. It's not bad because it's more like made to order. So they kind of do everything a little bit more fresh and more presentable. And then Chick-fil-A, I said Chick-fil-A, and then Java City. So those are your food options on campus. Yeah. I'm gonna just say right now, get that 15 meals a week and keep pushing, unless you like the food. But I didn't really care for the food that much, so like junior year or whatever, I kind of switched my plan or whatever, because it just wasn't giving at all.
Yeah.
They did try to add more like options with like, because I'm a pescatarian, so I don't eat other meats besides like seafood. They did add an allergy section. They sometimes had vegetarian sections, like vegetarian options, and then they had their little expo. That's literally where I was most of the time. They did sometimes like these new recipes and stuff like that. Sometimes they executed well, sometimes it wasn't. But overall, it was an okay experience. But a lot of people be like, either at Chick-fil-A, you're gonna get them long lines at Chick-fil-A, or at Buck Stop, or they'll just go off campus to get food. Unfortunately, that's how it is. I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah, if you live in on campus, you can't say no to the meal. Dang, we ain't got no experience off campus. But if you live in off campus, you can say no to the meal plan. So I had the meal plan, like I said, the lowest meal plan with the most dining dollars, because I wasn't a breakfast person, never was. Never will be. But I didn't eat breakfast, so that took out 5 meals already. So I only ate once every blue moon lunch, and then I ate dinner. So if you're wanting something a little cheaper and then that gives you more dining dollars, I would say go with that plan. You won't miss anything in the caf for those meals. You won't. But they don't like, I'm sorry, but they don't like changing the plans because they losing money. But realistically, you don't need all those meals. You don't, because you're not going to want to go to the caf.
Honestly, and depending on what your class time is, and depends on, you know, what you are, like what you do, like you said. If you don't really eat breakfast, I really don't go to breakfast. I didn't go to breakfast for in the morning. I would only do like lunch and dinner, so yeah. But I will say, you cannot go by their menu on their website. You cannot, because you go in there and it's something completely different. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have much on food just because I've been out of school for a year, so I'm not fresh on it. Like, I vaguely remember food in the caf, but I remember it wasn't anything to brag about.
Yeah.
So, just beware of that. I will say, because I forgot to add, I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but the rooms in the hotel, if you are wanting breakfast, they offer continental breakfast there. Well, they did when I was there. So if you're wanting to live in the hotels, they do that for breakfast. Just make sure you're stocked on snacks and meals in your room. It's likely you'll go through those.
Because sometimes I'll just be feeling like getting something quick and then going to my class or whatever I'm going to. Campus life,
Campus life is what you make it. That's just,
really.
I feel like that's any university across the board. If you make it bad, then it'll be bad for you. If you make it good, then you'll be good for you. I say find a group of friends. You probably won't find that the first semester, but find a group of friends to create those experiences with, and it'll probably be worthwhile. You'll feel motivated.
Even the
go ahead.
But so even like some of the events that wasn't the best, just because I went with my friends, I kind of made memories there, and it's kind of memorable. But some of the events that they promote on campus, their Sweet 16 events, some of them I really wasn't a fan of and I wasn't really interested in, but some people on the campus were. I will say that for clubs and organizations, it's a little harder to promote your events on campus sometimes, but they've tried to get... I feel like clubs and organizations, they didn't have the resources available to them that they used for their campus events, like normal Sweet 16. You're gonna see it on the TVs, you're gonna see it everywhere, okay? But like for clubs and activities like that stuff, like you gotta hard promote like flyers, you gotta tell people like stuff like that, like which they have been saying, oh yeah, you can use this, you can use that. So it's been getting a little bit better, but it's still harder to like educate everybody about clubs and activities on campus.
I would say campus life is not limited to campus. Are we including, is this just campus life as what's going on campus, or like you trying to find things to do outside of campus?
I mean, I guess.
Well, I guess don't limit. I would say that. Ooh, excuse me. Don't limit campus life to just campus.
That part.
Like, don't feel like you're locked down on campus. Well, you're locked into the events that happen on campus, the things that happen on campus. There are a lot of things that happen outside of campus that will bring you friends. And that will probably, depending on the person you are, that would interest you a little better. So, yeah. If you're a beach goer, the beach is literally 30 minutes away. Everybody goes to the beach every day, to be honest, every day. When it's hot.
The city-ish, I guess you can go downtown.
Yeah, if you want to go downtown, then have at it.
There's things to do outside of campus.
But there things to do outside of campus, and there are people outside of campus that can connect you to different things you want to do, if you get what I'm saying. Like, you just got to find those people on campus, and you'll eventually find a life outside of, you know, campus life, if you get what I'm saying. I feel like the Sweet 16s I went to, I'm sorry, it involved food. That probably was the only reason I went, but I'm not really their Sweet 16 events aren't really my thing. I would say, just if you're going off campus to do those things, especially at night, be careful. If you're looking to be a little more carefree, but you should never be that carefree, go downtown Charleston, maybe a little better area than North Charleston. So
just always be careful. Like,
yeah, just always be careful. But I'm just saying, be on it when you in North Charleston, and it don't matter. It don't matter if you're going to Walmart on Rivers. If you know Walmart on Rivers, don't go. But if you gotta go, just be careful, because there's always something going on in that Walmart. And if you go to that Walmart, you could tell, like, it's just, go somewhere else. It's a Walmart in Goose Creek, and that's where I went. Go to a Walmart in Goose Creek.
Ladson.
I think that was too short for campus life, because
What do you mean?
These are going to be the best years of your life, so you're going to have to cherish it and do things, spontaneous things, always.
Yeah.
You talking about just yeah.
What? Like, I agree. Like, you can't just, you know, sit in your room and, you know, go outside, touch some grass. Like, I don't know.
That ain't what I'm talking about, but okay.
I'm just joking, but I'm just saying to be outside, you know, like, not outside literally, just outside of your room.
But if I'm looking at this video, girl, how you find people? You find people by joining clubs. And depending on what major you do, freshman seminar. So everybody will have freshman seminar with people in their major, right? Yeah. So since
Make friends. Sorry, yeah.
You good. Since my major is very small, public health, of course, I had maybe 7 other freshmen coming in. So we were all friends with each other, and everybody was cool. Like, everybody was cool. But that's where I found my 2 friends that would be along with me going through the public health program. So I was able to connect with them when we were freshmen, and we thugged it out until we finished. Well, one of us finished at the same time, then the other one just graduated with Corbin. But we were all able to help each other along, guide each other along. So we were all always there for each other when we took these classes together. So Gen Ed, make sure you make friends in Gen Ed, because that's who's going to help you in these classes when you matriculate.
Or even any of your major classes.
Yeah.
Because I met my friend now was in my major. We were there
I forgot.
till from freshman year to senior year, and we helped each other so much. We leaned on each other, talked to each other, literally was frustrated together. But we made it, so it's always good.
It's like, they were my friends in my
that understood what you were kind of like doing.
Yeah, but it was like, they were my friends. They were my student friends, I guess you can say, because I had other friends for other things, but they were like cool people. So it wasn't like we was just talking about school. Like, we had a lot of other conversations going on. Like, they were cool people. Like, we always were laughing. Like, they were like really cool. Like, we could hang out today and have something to laugh at. And I still love them dearly to this day. But yes, we were friends outside of our major, even though we met in our major, and that's where we kicked it off at. We were friends outside of that, and they're still cool people, and I still check on them today. And I'm glad that I met them in my field, because further down in life, we're gonna help each other out. We're gonna be there, and we're there for each other now in our graduate program. So make those connections.
Okay, diversity, SDSU.
Diversity in leadership, diversity in the campus, diversity in what? Organizations. I guess we can start with leadership. In the public health program, we had 2 directors while I was there. Like I said, my first one was my advisor when I came in as a freshman. She was our director, female. Our second one is also a female director. But there are only females when I was there were only 3 females, 2 to 3 females that taught in the public health program. So there wasn't much male diversity, but that's fine. But in that aspect, yes, there was a female in a leadership position.
Like, as far as faculty and staff, they do have like diversity, I would say, in that.
A little bit.
There's a lot. They started adding more people before I left. Like, I saw more new faces and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay.
I think that became a little diverse. You'll see your people.
Regarding really to almost anybody, you do have like groups of people there. So I mean, basically, they have Christian beliefs. Well, CSU has Christian beliefs, so certain things, of course, you're not going to see them promote or like even honestly talk about, to be honest. So if you belong to any other groups or if you have certain beliefs or whatever, there's people there that have different beliefs than Christian, but and they still like go there and it's whatever. I don't think it's that big of an issue, but
To them.
yeah, but if it's, some people did find it an issue or whatever, but yeah,
Honestly, just do your research.
Yeah,
because if you're looking for a space that might differ from their beliefs, this may be a little controversial.
What do you mean?
Like, if you're going in somebody else's space, they kind of already set the foundation, principles, and everything.
Yeah.
Don't go looking to, I would say, change it or feel some type of way about it, because you kind of came there.
Yeah.
So
that's what I would say too.
just make sure you do your research about the college before you want to. If you don't want to go, don't go.
Yeah. With their open house policy or whatever, with like guys and girls not being able to be in the same room, they have a little rule where the feet must touch the floor. You can't be.
Wait, for real?
You never heard of that? Like, the door has to be cracked open. Like,
I do remember.
You have someone come in your room. Door has to be cracked open. The feet must be on the floor. Like, you cannot be on the bed. Like, nothing. Like, y'all can't be like close. Really. Like,
I did not see that. We're gonna have to put that up in the handbook.
I don't know. Is it
Feet on the floor?
I heard like everyone says that. So you can see
can you be?
that part. So you can see the outrage that the student population will have to that. When you go there, everybody's gonna be talking about it.
This is what I meant.
Everyone will be talking about it, because it's like,
if you trying to have a little
yeah.
take that somewhere else, because he ain't coming on Charleston Southern campus in their dorm rooms.
Or if he's on,
or she.
If he's on campus, it's still gonna be hard. They just don't want you to be close because they know what people gonna do, and they trying to stop that, and that's not really their business. And I'm like, I mean, I guess they don't want. I guess they set that rule so they don't have no backlash on them, but they really enforce it. They enforce that rule.
That ain't got nothing to do with you.
That part. So, but people sneak around and do things all the time. You'll probably see people outside, intimate, because they can't do it in their room. Because they can't do it in their room.
And that is the most.
That is sad.
Just be ready for people to be looking in there, because I definitely looked in rooms when I passed by with the door open and looked. What y'all doing? And looked. What y'all doing?
I feel like it depends on your RA. Some RAs are more chill and lax, and they be like, you can do whatever you want. Like, just call me when you need something. Like, there's those type of RAs, and there's ones that more stick to the rules. So it just depends on your RA. But I'm not telling you to go over here and do stuff. Okay, that's what I'm not telling you. I'm just saying that it just depends on your RA. But yeah.
Be careful, y'all.
Please. Because they probably will find you and stuff like that.
Yeah, because they know, because they didn't did it before. So the cameras work. Yes, the cameras work. So if something happens, they're rolling them tapes back The tapes are getting rolled back, and you're gonna be looking crazy.
Yeah.
But they said people be that ain't even they say. I seen that with my 2 eyes. They said that people be dressing up as different.
Oh yeah.
Like a girl would dress up as a boy to go on the quad.
Yeah.
And a boy. I don't think a boy would dress up as a
no.
girl. They would just put like a hoodie on or something.
Yeah, because normally it's easier for people to go to like the boys' dorms, so they just, and it's easier, I guess, for a girl to look like a guy because you can put a hoodie on and like cover yourself. But for a guy to be like a girl, I don't know.
But
they might have done it, but I didn't really hear of that. I've always heard of girls kind of like putting
But
hoodies
I
on
did
and
hear
stuff like that.
guys be in a girl's room. So
Yeah, I heard of that, but I don't think they would care. I think they would just go up there. Like,
yeah, I don't think they would care.
I think girls,
Child, do what
you would worry more about being caught, but guys is like whatever.
Read your handbook because the rules in there. But I didn't know. When I was a freshman, I went off campus one day and came back after 12 a.m. After 12 a.m. to get back on campus, you have to have a student ID. If you don't have a student ID, then you won't be allowed on campus. So, yeah. I didn't know that, but I had my ID. So, always keep your ID on you in those times. So, just beware of that. You're not carrying nobody back on campus unless they're in the trunk. But you're not carrying nobody back on campus after 12 a.m.
Yeah.
So, I don't remember any other rules, but I honestly didn't do things to be wanting to like. If I'm trying to do something with my little year, it ain't on campus. So
that was our dysfunctional guide of CSU.
I feel like we're still missing stuff.
I mean, there is much more you could probably say, but like if y'all want to know more, just let us know and we can come back.
We ain't talking about the library.
I mean, yeah, that is true. I kind of, it was more of like an advice thing, but if you want to know more about like the campus, like, I don't know. If you want to know more, then just let me know. And we can make more videos and talk about, because there's a bunch of stuff. If you want to hear stories, let me stop.
What stories? Because I'm going to have to rewind.
No, that part.
I don't remember.
That part. But yeah, that was the end of the video, guys. If you liked it, like the video if you want to. Subscribe for more content. I have a lot of ideas that I want to do for this channel. I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye. Sorry I got out the video earlier.